Experts say the lungs of our ecosystem, our trees, are experiencing stress from the ongoing heat and dry weather. Colleen Campbell shows us what you can do to help your trees stay alive in the heat of the summer.
They're already wilting, they're getting chlorotic, they're turning yellow.
Tree heat stress, a diagnosis that has experts concerned.
Whenever a drought comes into an urban area like Tyler, the trees are more likely to respond.
Only weeks into the summer season, consistent heat and little rain has led to drought conditions, taking a toll on local greenery.
I'm seeing a lot of the understory, the brush and stuff is really starting to wilt, the leaves. It's getting apparent there's hardly any moisture in the leaves. The fires that we've been on are really starting to kick off.
And this could be the tipping domino in more tree mortality.
You can get secondary pests from the drought, meaning you can get pathogens or insects that attack these trees that have weakened because they're not able to refill their starches and sugars they get from the photosynthesis and the water they need to get that.
Experts say in 2011, more than 80% of Texas experienced drought conditions, killing an estimated 300 million trees. And although we're not to that level yet, we're coming close, even with this morning's welcomed rain.
This will slow us down, but it's definitely not going to put an end to it.
Now, those local arborists agree that the recent heat and stretch of dry weather is not helping when it comes to stress on our local trees. But other factors to consider, the 2021 winter storm and the harsh weather that came with that, as well as our severe weather season when damaging winds took out a lot of these trees, exposing others to sunlight that they're not used to.
So because of that, trees that may have been underneath a large tree that once stood there are experiencing a lot more sun and a lot more stress than they had in the past.
Some ways homeowners can reduce heat stress: avoid pruning and stay away from fertilizers.
And most fertilizers in a salt form anyways, and salt, as everyone knows, absorbs water, and you don't want to be pumping them up with nitrogen thinking they really want to grow when they don't have, their limiting factor is water.
Also, avoid adding extra turf or grass as it can compete with the tree.
And so what you can do if you find this unappealing is taking a thin layer of mulch and extending it from away from the trunk and then about all the way to the drip line. That way you can hold on to a lot more water and you don't have to worry about that competition between the grass and the tree.
And finally, watch those watering habits. Limit it to a good soak every few days instead of consistent watering that could lead to oversaturation. For CBS 19, I'm Colleen Campbell.